Have you noticed? Shanghai silver is soaring, 40% higher than where most people even realize. 40%. That number isn't just a statistic, it's a signal. A signal that opportunity doesn't knock twice. While the world debates stocks, crypto, and fleeting trends, there's a quiet surge happening, a rare gap that separates the average investor from someone who will truly transform their life. And this gap, it changes everything. I remember the first time I truly understood silver, not just as metal, but as a gateway to freedom. I met someone who had been quietly investing, stacking silver while others chased hype. A decade later, their patience turned into choice. They weren't working for money anymore. Their money was working for them. It's not about luck. It's about seeing the signals, taking calculated steps, and trusting the process. Silver is more than an asset. It's a lesson in discipline, timing, and vision. Look at those who built empires quietly. Entrepreneurs who bought silver when it was overlooked, when no one was paying attention. Their secret wasn't timing the market perfectly. It was understanding value, scarcity, and leverage. They treated silver not as a gamble, but as a tool for long-term growth. And here's the truth. Life mirrors investing. The patience, courage, and insight you apply to silver, you can apply to your career, your relationships, your personal growth. It all compounds. If you want to harness this moment, start small, but act consistently. Buy strategically. Study trends, not hype. Use silver as a shield for uncertainty, a lever for wealth, a marker of discipline. Picture your future. Every ounce purchased today is a step toward freedom, security, and the life you've always imagined. Those who embrace this now won't just survive, they'll thrive when the world finally recognizes what's already happening. The power of silver is in its quiet revolution. The people who see the gap, who move decisively, become the architects of their destiny. This isn't just about money, it's about mastering your mindset, your patience, and your courage to act when others hesitate. Every move you make today shapes the legacy you leave tomorrow. Don't let this moment pass. Like, subscribe, share, and begin your journey. Study silver, invest wisely, and watch how the right decisions compound into a life defined not by limits, but by possibility. This gap is real, and it's waiting for you to step through. Shanghai silver is up 40%, and most people don't even realize the magnitude of what's happening. 40%. That gap between awareness and opportunity is enormous, and it separates those who merely watch life pass by from those who take control of their destiny. Imagine standing at a crossroads, seeing a rare chance that few notice, knowing that the decisions you make today can shape your future for years, even decades. That's the power of silver. It's not just metal. It's a marker of vision, patience, and timing. And I met someone who began quietly stacking silver when everyone else was chasing trends, trying to catch the latest stock craze. They weren't looking for instant gratification. They were building a foundation. Over time, their quiet discipline transformed into freedom. Their money stopped being a source of stress and became a tool for choices, for opportunities, for life beyond limits. That's what strategic investing in silver teaches you, the importance of foresight, of patience, of acting while others hesitate. Think about those who have quietly built wealth through precious metals. Entrepreneurs, investors, even ordinary people who understood value and scarcity turned small, consistent actions into life-changing results. They didn't chase hype. They studied patterns, understood risk, and moved decisively. And the lesson extends beyond silver. The mindset, the patience, and the courage required to act decisively in investing applies to everything: career, personal growth, relationships. Life compounds like investment. To harness this moment, begin with awareness, then action. Buy strategically, study the market, and view silver not as a gamble, but as a shield and a lever. Every ounce purchased today is a step toward freedom, toward security, toward a life defined by opportunity rather than limitation. The people who see the gap and act decisively become the architects of their own destiny, mastering not just wealth, but mindset, discipline, and vision, preparing themselves for the moment when the world finally recognizes what they already know. Shanghai silver has surged 40%, and that number is more than just a price. It's a signal that the rare opportunities in life are often quiet, unnoticed, and fleeting. Most people scroll past, distracted by headlines or hype, but those who pause, observe, and act strategically are the ones who transform not only their wealth, but their lives. Silver teaches patience, timing, and discipline, the kind of skills that turn ordinary choices into extraordinary results. I've seen people start with nothing more than a small investment in silver, slowly adding ounce by ounce, while others chased risky trends and instant gains. Over time, that quiet, consistent approach became a bridge to freedom. They didn't just gain financial security, they gained confidence, clarity, and control over their future. Their journey shows that wealth isn't about luck. It's about vision, discipline, and the courage to act when others hesitate. The most successful investors, the ones who quietly change their lives, focus on scarcity and timing. understanding that silver is both a store of value and a lever for growth. They study trends, make calculated moves, and remain calm when markets fluctuate. And this lesson isn't limited to investing. Life rewards the same mindset: patience, foresight, and the courage to take calculated risks. Every ounce you buy today, every insight you act on, compounds. It builds not just wealth, but mindset, resilience, and freedom. Those who see the gap, who recognize the moment when opportunity outpaces awareness, are the ones who shape their destiny, mastering not only their finances, but their ability to thrive, adapt, and create a life defined by choice rather than circumstance. Shanghai silver is climbing, and the 40% gap tells a story that most people miss. It's not just numbers on a chart, it's a reflection of opportunity, timing, and the choices that separate those who wait from those who act. Every investor who has transformed their life knows this. Wealth comes to those who see what others overlook and act with patience and strategy. I met an investor who began with a few ounces, buying quietly while the world ignored silver. Years later, that small, disciplined approach became a foundation of freedom. Their wealth wasn't built overnight. It was built on foresight, patience, and a mindset that understood scarcity and value. That's the secret of silver investing. It trains you to think long-term, to trust process over hype, and to act while others hesitate. The lessons extend beyond finance. Silver teaches discipline, resilience, and vision. It reminds us that small, consistent actions compound over time, that calculated risk is the pathway to growth, and that the courage to act decisively defines who thrives and who merely watches. Every step you take today, every ounce you acquire, shapes the freedom, security, and life you create tomorrow. The gap is real, and those who see it and move with clarity become the architects of not only their wealth, but their destiny.